Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran.
Morning 300 fam, back with another video today. Those of you that have followed the channel for a while might notice it's been a little bit of a break since my last video, like 3 years. No real reason other than I've just been a slack ass, but I thought I'll go out and make a little video today. It's been, what, 3 years? I've owned the car for over 4 years now, and I thought I'd just give a long-term review of the 300. Currently in the 300, I'm sitting on about 54,500 Ks, so I'd estimate I've done another 30,000 K or so since the last video. Update reliability wise on that, well, the big Hemi hasn't missed a beat. It's been really good, still cruising along, still got all its power, no problems with the motor at all. Only thing I have done in that time is just make sure that it is serviced on time and use the recommended oils. They're not cheap for this car, but I just don't like messing around with that. I like to have confidence that the engine's running on exactly the right oil, so that's what I've been doing, and so far it's been working. My wife, she has one of these, of course, as well. Hers is in white. I believe she's sitting on over 80,000 K now, and similar story, has not missed a beat, the engine, and everything's running beautifully. So reliability wise, 4 years of ownership, engine hasn't missed a beat. I think the only thing in the last couple of years I've had to do to either vehicle was just replace the battery on my wife's one, which was no big deal, obviously. Well, the big thing since the last video, and it's not even new news now, is the fact that my North American friends, you got the 300C with the 6.4, which was long overdue for you guys. I'd like to know from the people that have got one of these new ones over there, how do you like it? I really think myself it's the engine that basically should have been in and all along, and it was a complete robbery that you never got that as your stock choice for a 300 in North America. So even though I believe they're all sold out now, if I'm right, I was stoked you got the chance to buy one if you got one, and hopefully you're enjoying it, because I think it's the right engine combination for this vehicle. And yeah, so hopefully that's going good for you. Changes to this vehicle since the last video I did, there isn't much really. The only things I've done is tint the windows. I got them, I think about 35% all around. That's the darkest legal you can go here where I live. I would have liked to have gone a lot darker and completely blacked it out. However, I just don't want to walk that line of potentially avoiding insurance if there is an incident of some kind. But still, that was something I really should have done way before. It's just made it so much cooler inside the vehicle, and it also looks awesome. I really like it. So yeah, that's one of the things. The other thing I did was, I think in one of the last videos I was talking about doing a different type of tyre on this vehicle. I was rolling on the Pirelli P0s, which were a good tyre, but since then I've changed out to Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, and I've got to say they have been bloody awesome, better than the Pirellis for sure. And the other good thing was, I think they've got more grip in wet and dry. That's just my opinion, but they've also got a harder tread wear, so they don't wear as fast. So I think I'm sitting on about 2.5 years on this set. They've got a couple thousand Ks left on them before I'll change them out, but definitely recommend them on this car. For the North American crew, I know they come out stock with 245s all around. What I've done on mine, I've just got the stock rims, and it's legal to do so here, is I bumped up the tyre size to 265 width all round, and with those Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, that has given a lot of extra benefits I've found anyway. from getting off a dead stop acceleration and also mid-corner speeds. So just change lane here. So yeah, I really recommend Michelin Pilot Sports, and if you're going to do it and you wanted to keep the stock rim, 265 all round's a good option. Haven't noticed it tramming too much at the front, but it's definitely got more lateral grip in mid-corner. It's just got more, well, more tyre surface area and some of the best quality grip you can get, short of going like super sticky tyres. So yeah, that's what I've found, and I've been enjoying it so far. Today we're just going to go for a cruise. It's a nice day, it's late autumn here, the air temperature's a bit cooler, and I'll go out to a place called Hinsdam in southeast Queensland. So yeah, we'll give it a bit of a spin. If I can get some room, I might throw the drone up and do a few shots of how the cars are looking. Still looks mint, which I'm stoked on, and I got it nice and clean today, so it's just a nice day to go for a cruise and enjoy. Moving forward, I do want to do some more videos and just basically get out and enjoy this car more. So those of you who follow, yeah, I'll try and get some more content out, and if you're thinking about it, appreciate if you throw in a like or a subscribe, and yeah, I'll try and get some more content out of just, yeah, doing some 300 stuff. I was saying before how mechanically it's given me nil issues in the last couple of years, or really since I've owned it. Similar for all the other things, those earlier minor things of like the carbon fiber trim peeling. I ended up dealing with that myself. What happened here in Australia was Chrysler ended up replacing them with, I believe, like a black gloss, piano sort of black gloss inserts instead of the carbon fiber, which I think did resolve the issue with the peel. However, I sort of wanted to keep this stock, and so even though mine were peeling, they did have no cracks in them and they're in perfect condition. So I ended up doing a bit of research online and just finding some good glue, and I've glued them down myself. So since then, which is probably 18 months or so ago now, I've been through a full summer and I've had nil issues with them peeling up again. So hopefully that's that problem done and dusted. Yeah, hopefully in the new 300Cs that you got over there in America, that won't be an issue that you'll have to suffer, because it's just a punish having your car all nice, and then the trim was peeling. So I'm not sure what they've done with yours. Actually, I'll have a look on a video at some point. But yeah, hopefully that's resolved for you, so you don't have to go through that, because it was a pain in the ass. Fuel usage in this hasn't been too bad at all. Basically, I do highway driving with a mix of urban. You know, when you get a start from a red light, I'll give it some, and I'm pretty much sitting at an average of 12 litres. So that's 12 per 100. I can totally handle that. That's pretty much similar to what my four-wheel drive's running. And yeah, given there's so much power on tap, I don't mind that. But in saying that, I mean, everyone around the world at the moment's feeling the pinch of the pump. But yeah, it's one of those things, I'll gladly suck it up for 12 litres 100. That's pretty good. But make no mistake, if you are flogging the crap out of it, you'll empty that tank in no time. Oh, it looks like we've got an older 300 coming the other way. Cool. Nice, brother. One thing I was hoping to see or interested in is, because the 300C's out for you guys in North America now, is what mods will become available aftermarket, because it was always very difficult with this car to get aftermarket, because it was such a limited market. So yeah, I was hoping, because it's gone to the North American market now, some more mods or bolt-on parts may become available. I'm pretty picky, but yeah, I'd like to see what becomes available, and yeah, go from there. Well, it is a big old boat. It certainly, you can hustle this thing through a corner, particularly with the upgraded tyres. Yeah, it's no sports car and doesn't pretend to be, but it isn't a slouch through the corners. It actually sits quite nice. You just got to be a little bit smooth with your inputs, and just respect that there is a lot of weight over the front end. But yeah, you can definitely hustle this thing through corners when it permits. Any questions, feel free to ask, happy to answer them. If you're thinking about buying one or just want some general knowledge on these vehicles, happy to answer what I know about them for you. I'd like to hear too from my North American friends that have got this experience now. What do you think of it? I definitely think you should have had it all the time, so I'm super stoked for you that you got it now. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's absolute robbery that you didn't get this vehicle from the start. I mean, to me, this is an American muscle car. Even though technically it's made in Canada, but I mean, this is American muscle to me, which is what I always loved about the car. And yeah, unfortunately, they're now gone, both here and in North America. But I guess those who are lucky enough to own them, all I can say is enjoy the crap out of it. And yeah, as far as future mods on this car go, I probably won't do any. Unless I were to suffer the lifter failure, which hopefully I don't. But like, I would like a camshaft package. However, I can't really justify the cost of stripping down the engine, pulling it out just for the camshaft. However, if I was unfortunate enough to suffer that lifter failure, which can occur in these vehicles, then I would probably upgrade the camshaft, seeing as I'd have to be doing some major engine work anyway, so I'd probably bite the bullet there. But until then, yeah, I'm just happy cruising in this, bar a lifter failure. I'm pretty happy to cruise in this thing as it is. I just absolutely love the torque that it's got. The fact that you can just stay in a gear and just lean on the throttle a little bit and get good acceleration. Like I said, it was the one thing that killed me on the Mustang with that 10-speed auto, was how much it was hunting around. It just annoyed the crap out of me. Whereas this thing, you can just sort of leave it in auto when you want, and basically just lean on the throttle and it will hold that gear, and just lean on the torque a little bit, and yeah, just get the car moving, no worries. Different story when you plan it, however, but yeah, it's yeah, I think this really is the perfect engine and gearbox combination for this vehicle. Just absolutely nailed it. That's something, yeah, I think my North American friends who are driving this one now would agree. It just works so bloody well. Here in Queensland, Australia, it's not that cheap to keep these things on the road. Our good government likes to penalise us for having our cars and liking them. So yeah, we're looking at about $1,300 a year just in registration fees to put them on the road. And yeah, so they got the hands out pretty deep for that one, but still, it hasn't crossed that threshold of I don't want to pay it yet, but it is quite a deep dig. So yeah, not sure what you pay in America. And then insurance here is getting really bad on cars just in general. We've got a real youth crime problem in Australia. There's lots and lots of car thefts, and these are all just kids stealing cars and burning them out. And unfortunately, us as the consumers, we're the ones that have to burden that cost. So even though I've had no claims, and really haven't had a claim for, God knows, decades now, at fault, I'm looking at, all my last insurance went up by about 50%. So natural to say I ditched that company because it was absolutely ridiculous. They're trying to charge, I don't know, over $200 a month just to insure it. And yeah, basically I haven't even made a claim, so I ditched them. In Australia, I've gone with Shannon's now, and they seem pretty good so far. They came back with a good rate, and I don't mind Shannon's because they're an automotive sort of enthusiast sort of insurance company. But in fairness, I haven't had to make a claim, so I don't know how that'll turn out if something goes wrong. But yeah, I found they had a better deal after I was getting screwed off the previous company. Oh, one extra thing that I've had happen to this since I last made a video was I did have to get a new windscreen installed. Basically, a truck and a caravan I was following up the motorway, one of them spat up a nice rock and just fucked the windscreen straight away, cracked the whole way up. That was a pain in the ass because that put me off the road for about, I don't know, I think it was 4 to 6 weeks, because they have to order in the special windscreen, then it has to be fitted, and then it had to go into Chrysler, get booked in to get all of the radar and that sort of shit hooked up again. And basically, yeah, they have to calibrate it again. And I think in total, that windscreen came out close to about $3,000 once it was all said and done. Even though it was under insurance, the useless people at Chrysler dealership at Southport actually tried to foot me the bill for the the calibration, and he just couldn't get his head around the fact that I said it was an insurance claim. Basically wouldn't give me the keys to my car and was trying to demand, like, I can't remember now, it's like $1,200 or $1,800 out of me. So I was going to get my keys back either way, but I stood my ground, and it was just his incompetence that he didn't even know what he was talking about. So yeah, it's not cheap to get these windscreens done. So as part of the insurance policies too here in Australia, I'm not sure what they're like in the North America, but basically a lot of the policies now will only give you one windscreen per lifetime. Some offer more, but a lot changed to that, and I was sneaky and didn't tell anyone about it. So if you do have to do a windscreen claim, I'd recommend basically checking your policy and seeing if it is a one per policy sort of lifetime thing. If it is, I'd probably recommend shopping around for a new insurance company, because if you're in these things and you do a windscreen, like, I mean, that's a big hit to your pocket, and it really, you know what I mean, in most other cars it isn't, but in this particular vehicle, that's a real big hit. So just keep an eye on that and have a read of your policy and see if that's covered, because yeah, I'd hate to see you get stung unwittingly on that one. Here in Australia, they're also trying to do a big push on EV vehicles. I'm sure they are in the rest of the world too, but yeah, at this stage I'm totally not sold on them, and yeah, I won't be switching. I really don't see that we even have the infrastructure in this country to handle basically you know, the charging capacity. If we have, like, you know, 500,000 new EVs on the road, we're already being told in summer, without this extra load on the network, that, you know, we're nearly going to face power outages because there's too many air cons or whatever running. And I'm like, well, how's that going to work if you want to add 500,000 more cars on the road being charged, taking out of that fucking grid, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, not sold. I think it's a bit of snake oil they're trying to sell everybody there, and yeah, definitely not convinced yet myself. So yeah, I'm going to stick with naturally aspirated V8s for as long as I can, I think. I know the day will come to an end that basically, yeah, won't be able to do it anymore, but until that day, yeah, I'm going to be burning gas. You know, after over 4 years now of having this car and doing some good kilometers in it, look, it still makes me smile every time I drive it. It's always fun. Whether you're cruising around, I mean, when you're just going slow, you got the comfort, you got the sound, then you got sound system on top of it. Interior comfort's good. I mean, the inside is definitely not modern, that's for sure. Not trying to claim that in any way, shape or form, but it is comfortable, however. And yeah, I really still love the driving experience. And you know, it's still one of those cars, after 4 years, when I walk away, still, like, you know, you want to turn your head back around and have a look at it. So yeah, you know, you got the right car if you're doing that. That was a big thing of why I can't justify buying another car at the moment, because I just look at these modern cars, a lot of them, and I just don't know what they're doing with the design. I mean, there's a couple cool cars out there, but the price range is significantly higher than what these are. And yeah, if I'm not loving it, why on earth do I want to pay 6 figures for a car? Like, it's not worth it just for a modern interior, or, you know, fancy touch screens and things like that. That's not driving to me. That's just comfort. Comfort's good, but yeah, get behind the wheel of one of these and tell me that yeah, driving experience doesn't mean anything, because yeah, I guarantee you it'll change your mind if you haven't experienced this before. If you're new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll try and put out some more content moving forward. I have been lazy, obviously, for a couple of years. Not so much lazy, the opposite, just sort of been working and focusing on shit that really isn't giving me much life satisfaction. So yeah, going to get back to the roots a little bit and just enjoy some life, which will be driving this, and yeah, I'll make some vids of it. So anyone that's already subscribed, thank you very much. I do put up different content from time to time that's not Hemi related. It's just basically I like creating and just messing around with stuff. So, but yeah, for the Hemi fans, I will come back to doing Hemis, of course. And yeah, so anyone that's already subscribed, thank you very much. And if you will subscribe, be a new subscriber, thank you very much as well. Appreciated.